Will the Detroit Lions re-sign Za'Darius Smith? It's highly unlikely, although Brad Holmes said at the annual league meeting that they are keeping in touch with his agent. Now, the Detroit Lions have not gotten better heading into the NFL draft when it comes specifically on the defensive line. And just for me, as far as I'm concerned, I think the D-line is the difference between us making and winning our first ever Super Bowl and doing like we did in 2023, falling just short. Now, Brad Holmes, as you all know, is been held accountable by me. There's not a lot of people that are willing to stand out on a ledge and criticize the general manager that is Brad Holmes. When it comes to the defensive line, he has a lot of work to do. He puts much more resources into the secondary than he does into the defensive line. So with that being the case, Za'Darius Smith, we traded for him at the trade deadline and decided to cut him after the season was over and before free agency started. Here's what Brad Holmes had to say at the annual league meeting when it came to Za'Darius Smith. This is coming from SI.com. Let me blow that up just a wee bit. I think it's already blown up enough. Says, we just weren't in a position to really keep him at his salary, Holmes said via the Detroit News. Look, he played some good snaps for us and he made plays for us when we acquired him. So we would have loved to be able to keep him, and we just weren't able to do so. But we've been keeping in touch with his agent, and he understands that process, so we'll see how it goes. Now, I have seen on Za'Darius Smith Instagram that he is still rocking his Detroit Lions attire in his profile picture, the picture that he took at the Pistons game when he first got here. So I think that's a good sign. He also has a lot of stuff from the Detroit Lions. His most recent photo, last time I looked, was him in the Detroit Lions uniform. Now, Za'Darius Smith, to me, I understand what Brad is trying to say, but my thing is, you didn't know that at the trade deadline. So Brad Holmes said at the combine that this was the first time that they had to trade for a pass rusher and that Za'Darius Smith was the best of the available. So you knew that. You knew what his salary was when you traded for him. So that tells me that Za'Darius Smith may have been always about to get cut. Now, it is possible that the Detroit Lions tried to work with Za'Darius pre-cut and maybe something happened. Maybe Za'Darius said, you know what, cut me. I'm going to take my chances elsewhere and then we'll keep in touch. Maybe that's the case. I saw today that somebody, it was from SI as a matter of fact, that somebody predicted him to land with the Colts. Za'Darius Smith, that is. Now, for me personally, if I'm Za'Darius Smith, I'm not taking a pay cut to stay in Detroit. You knew what you were getting when you traded for me. You could have tried somebody else. Maybe you trade for Aziz. Maybe you trade for Josh Uche. Maybe you could have traded for someone with an expiring contract. But yet you chose to trade for me, knowing what you were getting into, and you did it. So if I'm Za'Darius Smith, it's got to be a real draw for me to come. I would have to believe that the Detroit Lions, with me, could win the Super Bowl. I mean, unless they want to pay me what I felt I was worth. Now, okay, maybe they can work something out in between the two of them and decide, meaning the Lions organization and Za'Darius Smith, whether he wants, a decent amount, and then they come back. That's cool too. But if I'm Za'Darius, I'm not taking a pay cut. I'm not taking a hometown discount. I'm not doing any of that stuff in order to facilitate your need. That's not going to happen because you needed me at the NFL draft, and then you literally just discarded me because you didn't want to pay what the salary was saying. So if I'm Za'Darius, but would I love to have him back? Absolutely. I don't know if Brad Holmes is going to take a defensive lineman, even an edge rusher. There's been reports coming out that he could take an offensive line person, a guard. I mean, you never know. And Brad Holmes, that is the mystery that you never know. You don't know what he's going to do. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what Za'Darius. I made a video. I don't think he returns. I just don't. I would love to see him back, but I don't think he returns because even if Brad decides to take a pass rusher in the first couple of rounds, which is what I hope he does, Za'Darius could still be that guy. He doesn't have to play 70 snaps. He could play 35, 40. You could still have the rookie come in and they can trade off, and Za'Darius could either spell Hutch or the rookie. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to have Za'Darius back on the team. But here's the thing, y'all. Za'Darius Smith led the team in sacks after he got here with 4. Za'Darius Smith led the Detroit Lions with pressures after he got here. Yet we cut him. And we sign Marcus Davenport. I'm trying, make it make sense. Right now, Za'Darius Smith being cut, salary cap or not, has made no sense. It hasn't made any sense. So right now, see the thing and I've had to, I know I've seen in the comment section about people saying don't read the comments and all this other stuff. Well, I enjoy reading the comments. I'm going to stay in the comments. And of course, the comments are the comments. And you're always going to get comments that disagree with what they're saying. And that's perfectly fine. But when it comes to this whole situation, I have kind of been tired. I've been tired. I've worked very hard to get to where I'm at. And I worked and said I was going to take a break. That's really all this kind of hit and miss videos have been over the past couple of weeks. Just a little worn out. But let me know what you think when it comes to Za'Darius Smith. Do you think he returns to the Detroit Lions? I'm going to say no, but I would love to be wrong. And do you think it was the right thing to do for the Detroit Lions to cut him because of his salary? So speaking of that, just real quick. So, this channel is 3.5 years old. I've been working very, very hard. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I would have never taken a break. I think I made 2 videos in the last 2 or 3 weeks, not including live streams. And I just got tired. Man. This team is emotionally, it wears on you. Emotionally, physically, it wears on you. And I just needed to take a break. So even before that, you had the combine interviews and all of this other stuff. And then free agency is kind of what really did it, because I'm like, I understand that Brad Holmes needs to pick. Every team should have a plan. Okay. And we're going to fill certain needs, or we're going to plug certain holes in NFL free agency. And then we're going to knock it out the park in the draft. And for me, when I saw the approach that we took for free agency, and after dealing with the Ennis Rakestraws and the Broderick Martins and all this other stuff, I just wanted to, I did not feel motivation to make any content. I just didn't feel, because and then Brad Holmes comes out and he says, I tried to kind of tell the fans not to expect anything in free agency, not to expect a big move or anything like that. And then he says it went exactly like he wanted it to and all this other stuff. And it does. You have to have thick skin to be on YouTube. There's no doubt about it. And I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it does take a toll on you. It takes a true fan. It takes a toll on you. My mustache hair. It takes a toll. You got a lot of creators that might do this for a job, and they might do it for a paycheck, and their passion, they bury their passion because of their paycheck. And I'm not one of them. I get paid doing this. This is what I do full time. And I had to take a break. And when I don't make content, I don't make money. But I had to take a break because this team, it weighs on you, and you just want to win, and that's it. So anyway, when the motivation is there, and of course we're here, man. The draft is coming up soon. I can't believe we got like 17 days. I think it is 17 days to the draft, something like that. It's less than 20, and we'll be live and stuff like that. And I've been working on other things. So you guys know I'm planning to get LLC this year. We're working on that. And I also have some prototypes that I'm working on as well that I would like you guys to see. All right. So here is one of the things that we're working on. And this is a prototype for the new updated logo. The shield is no longer there. We've got the ribbon. We've got Syndicate, and then fan-driven brand. Now, this shirt can be made without Lions Syndicate on it, but to me, I need to have that. You're not going to tell who this is. I'm not like instant logo recognition. I'm not like the Detroit Lions or the Pistons or the Tigers, where you're going to see this and know who I am. So I like the words, but you may not. I might make it available with no words as well. But this is just, somebody asked for the true blue. So we also have this in black with a blue ribbon like the traditional. So this is the updated logo, but something that I decided to design yesterday. I was inspired by Dan Campbell's All Grit shirt, and I decided to come up with 2 different versions of the All Grit shirt, aka the Lions Syndicate. So this is a design that we're going to put out as well. We will have children. We will have the ladies. The ladies, I'm working on something for you as well. And then we have it in black, and then you'll see here that we're going to switch it up with blue. So the blue, it changes, and this is inspired by Dan Campbell's and the Detroit Lions All Grit shirts. I wanted to show you one more thing as well. This is a training camp edition shirt that we're going to be launching. I'll probably order some to sample and wear myself, but I'm going to actually get a few of these shirts for training camp. So we will have a breast cancer themed shirts and items as well as October nears. So I know the NFL used to do the breast cancer awareness and crucial catch, and they still do it, but it's different. They got rid of like the predominantly pink, and they wind up doing like a collage of colors, but I think we're going to bring the pink back. I'm going to order me a pink shirt. I'm going to have some pink, pink themed things that will be for sale exclusively during the month of October and stuff like that. So anyway, let me know what you guys would like to. It's only going to be maybe about 3 or 4 items that launch at when the store does launch. A lot of them will be multiple colors, and then we have some other things too. Keep your eye out as well for those. But I've kind of just been off in the background doing my thing. I've been keeping up with all the Lions stuff, but I also have another channel that I brought to monetization that has nothing to do with NFL football or the Detroit Lions. And it's very therapeutic as well. So it helps me take my mind off of this. There's one more thing I would like to shout out. I would like to shout out this channel here, Michigan Panther Pride. My main man went to the game on, okay, come on, camera. Focus up. Hold on. Let me bring it back. There we go. Is that it? It was focusing and now it's out. Anyway. Okay, there we go. Maybe I got to stop. Michigan Panther Pride. The QR code does work. It is a YouTube channel that covers the Michigan Panthers, and we need some coverage of them. I myself don't want to do a Michigan Panther syndicate right now. If somebody wanted to, that would be great. But these fellas have been grinding for a while, and I want to give them a chance to eat before I get in the ring if I decide to do that. But I did go to the Michigan Panther game, and I saw 4 individuals that were super excited to see me. And it was, yeah, super excited. Not that excited, but they shouted me out. I wore my Lions Syndicate hoodie, and they shouted me out, man. And it was like, they were like, yo, man, that's my guy. And almost everywhere I went, somebody noticed me. And that's another reason I would like the words to be on the logo, especially the ones that I wear. But I got some stuff that I'll be wearing personally that I'll get made just for me. But it was super cool. So Michigan Panther Pride, make sure you guys check out the channel if you are interested in the Michigan Panthers and the UFL. This is fantastic. We need more coverage. If you can go down to a game, it'll be bittersweet because it's in Ford Field. And the last time I was there, because I went to the game on Friday night, shout out to Desmond Dukes, I go to the game and I had PTSD. I literally had... I was watching the game and was envisioning Jaden Daniels running all over us, right? So it was crazy, but it kind of quenched the thirst a little bit for football. And by the time the Michigan Panther season is over, it'll be June. We'll be in minicamp. Well, I mean, we'll be in training camp almost. Like, what is it? OTAs. It'll be right before everything disappears, and then we're back. So anyway, your boy is, don't worry, I'm in and out. I'll be here. I won't. By the end of the month, man, we should be back to 100%. All right. I just had to take a break and had to kind of detox a little bit, put focus elsewhere and stuff like that. Anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. All of my director members, everything is finally updated. I appreciate you. If you are, we've got the 3 that have hit a year, and that would be Stanley Minor. We also have Adam Carver and Spencer Smothers. Okay. We also have 4 individuals that are at 11 months. Anytime now in the next 30 days, you'll be crossing over to your 1-year mark where you get a mini Motor City Muscle if you choose to accept. And then if you have hit 6 months, if you're between 6 and 11 and you are a director member and you have not received your milestone mini helmet, please email me. I did get one that I will be shipping out very soon, probably sometime today. All right. If you are, we got a lot of people coming up, so make sure you pay attention to your milestone. All you have to do is click on your icon and it'll tell you how long you've been a member of the channel. All right. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. And thank you for everybody checking on me. It's pretty cool to know you guys miss my content. I appreciate that.